I found myself under the killing moon, crashing my body against the walls. The night is young, oh please come soon. I can't wait anymore. It's against the law, this kind of love. It's against the law to feel the way I'm feeling, feel the way I feel about life. The versions we're playing now have changed slightly over the course of time since we made the album a little while ago, but we couldn't release it for various reasons. Our guitarist died and we got a new guitarist, and so the songs changed in themselves, so we thought it was better to re-record with the new style that Augusto brought to the band. So tonight it's not going to be a revelation to anyone if they know the songs already, but they do sound slightly different and we're making a transition. Rebound. And Victor and Calo first made the band, and one of them intended to sing, but they discovered none of them could sing, so they asked me. Well, it's just, it was a silly project in the beginning, and I said, yeah, I've got nothing better to do for the day, I'll go in the studio and sing for a bit, and then it just went from there because they were surprised that I could actually sing a little bit. I know a place where tears came alive. I know a song about you and I'm the kind of man who takes the pain around. I'd better go away from the ghosts of this town. Run away from love, run away from life. But don't forget your friends. No, don't forget your home. I run away from the shadow of your lips. I'm back in town and you don't share a kiss. I saw you in the street, you don't even look around.
had better go away from the ghosts of this town.
From my experience, it's different here. It's very different here. I think because there's not perhaps so much of a fight here to be in a band, there's not so much competition, perhaps they're a little bit slower, they work a little bit slower, and perhaps what I would call the work ethic is a little bit less strong than there would be if I was in a band in London, because the competition doesn't exist so much here, although being in a band is not a competition. But again, I think from my experience of bands here, they do see it as a little bit of a competition, like there's only room for one or two, when that's a ridiculous theory, you know, there's room for everyone, bad, good, whatever. So yeah, it's pretty different as far as I'm concerned. No, absolutely not at all, and I'm actually a huge fan of electronic music. It's my thing. So for me, no, I don't think so. There's just always room for everything, you know. I wouldn't say I like everything, because I hate a lot of stuff, and when I hate, I really hate. But I mean, particularly even in the new version of the album, there's some electronic elements coming in, and by the time summer comes, the band will probably sound a lot different to what perhaps people are used to, and we're accepting the fact we're going to lose some people and we're going to gain some people. We'll always sound like us. As far as I'm concerned, each person in the band has their own style enough to retain their own sound, whatever style of songs we play. You know, we don't have we have to play this way or we have to play this genre. We just write songs, and whatever sounds good, that's what we want to do. You know, sometimes we want to play with more energy, something more darker. Sometimes we want to play more light and more easy. You know, it's good to be able to do all those things, so you can play in different circumstances for different people and suit yourself a little bit more.
Your hand against my heart, surrender. You wrap your arms around my pain, surrender. I melt my words in your lips, surrender. I can't control myself when my body runs to you. What kind of sequel is this when your words turn to a shadow in your scream, surrender. Not all doors lead into streets, surrender. I can't control myself when my body runs to you. What kind of sequel is this when your words turn to rules? You gave and he steals.
I get it, because I can act a bit blonde sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I have a quality, I suppose, I've been told that's like that. But it's, you know, people always like to make comparisons. Marilyn Monroe, Betty Boop, Betty Page, blah blah. But I always change my hair now so that they can't keep up. I should probably change my attitude a bit more. Maybe it would be better. To be honest, it's almost the opposite. I have a bit of a struggle on stage to not act like me. So I'm still at odds with that because I'm quite at home on stage. I don't have a shyness, and sometimes I forget where I am and that I'm talking to people I don't know. So sometimes I try and pull my personality in a little bit, but it doesn't. Usually by about halfway through, when I've drunk too much, it's too late. You know, I'd like to be a bit more serious, but what can you do?
There's another genocide of words dying numb in your mouth. Words of trash burning cold in the heat of the house. I don't know what words to use. I can't speak correct. You talk too much, and you talk the talk. Melting words in your lips like little bumps to draw.
I'm very single-minded. You know, I'm from Scotland. I've lived in London most of my life. I'm not a fan of world music. You know, I'm just going to say that I'm not a fan of Paul Simon and his Graceland, and you know that even to me that's too expansive. It's not my cup of tea. You know, but saying that, I don't want to sound stupid and say that, you know, just because something's world music or something, I wouldn't listen to it. But I would listen to it more in the context of a film or an idea. You know, but I am quite narrow-minded in my musical tastes that I would actually choose to listen to. You know, I'm an 80s girl, a bit of a goth girl. So it's probably not the right question to ask me because I don't think I'd give the right answer, if that makes sense. It sounds like I'm dodging the question, which maybe I am a little bit. We just don't know yet. We're still sort of ironing out the details and things. I imagine it'll probably be first in Portugal and then somewhere else, which will give us the time to work on new songs as well. We're back in the rehearsal studio writing new songs just now. So by summer we'll probably not be playing so many from the album, and we'll be playing new songs as well, hopefully. I haven't a clue. I just haven't a clue. I mean, for me it's not just about continuously playing up and down Portugal, and you know, this is the thing I notice. If you're in a Portuguese band, Portugal seems to be quite, they are Portuguese. We Portuguese proud. But for me, I really don't care where people are from. You know, for me, where you're from does not make the identity of the band, and it really shouldn't. And if that starts to happen, you're in trouble with me anyway. You know, I'm not going to march around going, I'm Scottish, you know, and start playing bagpipes or something. So I don't see any reason for that to happen anywhere else. I just want us to progress and make the music that we feel we can as it comes, you know. Personally, I'm trying to take it somewhere a little bit darker at the minute, but that's just me.